Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming playing Invisible Ink. So I've already signed in. This is exactly where we left off last time. It's not a game where I'm going to be playing a little bit and moving on, because the whole point to this is every single move counts, literally. So I think we finished our turn. That for the last thing, we've got 2 action points there, but there's not much we can do with that, so we will just end our turn. You can see the security level's always rising, so you're always against not only being detected, which causes problems. You can see, I think that's that agent that we knocked out, and he's it says he's been searched, so it's that agent, so he's woken up, which is why we closed all the doors and kind of ran away. So we're doing the double-ended search thing, which we're kind of going to have to do, because like I said, you're a real timescale thing here, so you can't afford to send both your agents both directions. You desperately want to find what you want to find. Now the thing is, you're looking for 2 things, and you don't necessarily need to find them in any order. In fact, if you find the beam out, the escape point first, that's usually a really good thing, because then you kind of know where you've got to get back to. So there's a door there, and regardless of what our other agent finds here, we're going to have to check that door, because if there's no point in her running all the way over here and then we can't find the beam out point. So we haven't found either the objective or the beam out point yet. Let's just hope we get one soon. Okay, that's another bad thing. Okay, so that's useful. That's that thing there. As I said, it's the beam out point, and it looks exactly like that thing in like Star Trek where you've got that teleporter pad, so I'm going to call it a beam out point. But okay, so we will I would say when you're in this game, unlike lots of games, it's not always beneficial if you're going to have to go into a room to close the door, because for example, yeah, you might close that door in case this guy walks here. But then, if you close the door and he walks to there and he's standing there and you open the door again, he'll see you. So I'm going to close the door this time for one particular reason, and that is because I'm not thinking the beam out point's going to be next to there's a door there, but I'm going to take a chance that maybe the thing we're looking for is this way. Let's just hope. We'll see. I'm not going to take a risk with him going into this room. He'll have to knock out this agent, and because with that agent's in the beam out area, we'd have to come back there, unlike with that agent where if we incapacitate and they wake up, it doesn't really matter, we're not going to go back there again. So I'm going to end this turn, and now we're going to concentrate on over here. Okay, that's not gone very well. So he's got this thing, if I remember, where he can do a invisibility kind of cloak. I'm going to call it that. It's a cloaking rig, but that's kind of what it does. And that can be really useful, as you can see. She hasn't got one. I think there is, you can pick them up or you can make them, but he has one to start with, and I can tell you that's been very useful many times. So we've moved him, that's good. And now we're going to have to take that guy out. I mean, it's not what we wanted to do, but we had no choice. So that, as you've seen, if that had been the other agent, and it's just kind of luck because I didn't send them in particular directions for any reason, it's just the way it went. if she'd been standing there and he'd walked through the door, she'd have got shot, because the minute she moved, she'd have been shot. The only reason he wasn't is he had that invisibility thing. You saw how that worked. So because of how that's gone, I'm now gonna go and check out that door, because there's no harm in doing it. Okay, there's a security camera, which we will. There's a safe and a security camera, and the reason I did that is because we're going to end up being there, because that's where the beam out point is, so we might as well hack the safe. And we know that guard's going to be unconscious for 3 turns. I mean, what's going to end up happening is we're just going to have to stand there and knock him out again. That's how that's going to work. And we're just going to hope that on her own she can find the objective. Now, you've seen now how not fantastically easy this game can be. And this is the first mission, and it's on an easy level. So, not an easy, it's not called easy, but it's on one of the very easy levels, so. We haven't got any more HP. Okay. But it's a very tricky game, and a lot of how this game goes is slight luck. When you end up in the combat, or not the combat, but these tricky situations, a lot of it is thinking it through. But as you saw with how that worked out with one agent being there, it was luck that he had the invisibility cloak, and it's also a lot of luck when you find the objective, or you find the beam out point. That's luck as well. There's nothing you can really do that I've seen to quicken those things up other than running around rooms looking. So we'll be very careful with her. Okay, so this is irritating. But I'm going to put her there, and the reason I'm going to do that is, you saw what happened last time. If that guy walks through here and he sees her, she'll get shot, and that's going to really be annoying. So that's all we can do. That'll do. Yeah, it's a very tricky game, and that's not to say there's anything wrong with that. It's good, but it's tricky. There are things that I've said, and I'll come to when I do a summary of the game, probably in the next video, that are good and bad, but it's much more tricky than XCOM, because, like I said, because you can't shoot your way out, really, it's not at all geared to that, then you really have to be a bit lucky in how you find the bits and pieces and how you end up dealing with these security agents. And so far we've just had 2. Sometimes I've had the situation before where I've had knocked out security agents in all over the place, and you're running around knocking them out again. And okay, so what we want to do, the other problem you get in this, actually, I'll tell you the other thing that's a bit hard, is that even the basic, which is why I said this game is really stealth based, absolutely stealth based, because you can see that little orange thing below there where it says 1 and 6. Even the basic things like knocking an enemy out, that's 3 turns, I think, cooldown. Yeah, 3 turns it says. So it's very difficult, because even the things that, you know, you would just take for granted that you can do, we're not talking about some amazing ability, you're hitting someone with something, they have a cooldown, so it prevents you from taking. If he revives next turn, we can't knock him out straight away. So again, it's difficult. So we're going to have to put him round there, I think. She's going to have to go here, because there's nothing else we can do. Now we're back on that part where if we go up behind him, we're going to run out of action points. So we're going to end this. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to take it that the thing we need is in here. Yeah, okay, it's gonna be. We're gonna have to take him out. There may be, if you had loads of time, and like I said, time is of the essence in this game. Security level rises, the unconscious agents wake up. So there may be a way you could sneak around here and wait for him to walk over here and then get there, but that's going to take too long. And like I said, it's stealth, but it's more than that, because in most games where you've got stealth, you've got time until you get exposed. But in this game, you've got to get out, get to a specific point, and you've got the security level rising. You've got unconscious agents who are going to wake up. Usually in games, if you knock somebody out, they're just unconscious. So you haven't got the time, basically, to be doing that. So he's going to have to go. And then we're just going to have to get to that and then get out before he wakes up. That's all we can do. Him. I'm thinking about that. See, we could knock him out, which would be fine. But then, if we knock him out, he's going to revive in 3 turns, and there's no way she's going to get from wherever she is over there and get the download of that data in time. He's going to wake up again, so we're going to knock him out again. Okay. I think we'll still knock him out, because the reason I'm going to do that is basically because if we don't knock him out, he might walk in there and discover us and shoot us, and what I'm going to end up doing is dragging him somewhere. I don't know where. I'll drag him, throw him out the window. It's not a window, but anyway, you know what I mean. So now we've got that kind of, it's very good. I'll tell you one thing about this game that's good. It really does give you that high stress level that you're doing kind of what you're doing, which is doing espionage, and you're going to get discovered, because you always feel like, oh my god, I'm going to get discovered in a minute, I need to do this. So what I want to do now with him is drag his body somewhere, so when he wakes up he's not in that corridor that she's going to need to come through. I'll think about that while I do this. So straightforward. Okay, so we've got the site list, which is going to be the next things we can, missions we can go on, because we've got the list.
You've got the site list. They noticed you poking about and have changed up their patrols. Be careful on the way out.
Okay, now she needs to get out of there, close that door, at least that door, and get past that before this goon wakes up. I'm trying to think where I can put this guy. Oh, we can steal something, that's good. We'll have his money. I haven't got the time. I don't mean the time like she's going to take a while to get back here, but I haven't got my turn before he wakes up to be dragging him off anywhere far, plus he may be other guards. So the only thing we can really do is drag him into here. That's not going to help a lot, but it's kind of like the only option. We could drag him into there. She's going to have to come through there, that's no use. And we could drag him into here, but that's quite a way, and then he might come out of there and he'd be in the same situation. So there, sometimes, not always, what happens is that when you incapacitate guards and they wake up, they stay in the same place because they're confused, or I don't know what it is. Okay. at least we've got him in there for the moment. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. So she's got to go there, close the door, and although it would be ideal to make a run for the door, we don't know if he's going to wake up next, and he'll wake up next, and then he might come through there. Also, there is a security camera. We don't care about the safe, or we would, but like I said, we haven't got time to be robbing safes. We just want to get out now. And you can see at the top left how quickly those PWR things go down. So hacking terminals like this one here, for example, is really good, because you'll need all of that at some point possibly. And so now it becomes just a kind of a tactical thing, kind of a little bit of luck. You're kind of hoping that the people don't open the doors at the wrong moment. That's good, he didn't go the right way, he's just standing there, so we will be okay with that. Why can't we go through there? Oh, we've got the locked door, that's why. She's still got a long way to go. As far as he's concerned, the best thing he can do is hide somewhere. I'm going to say here. The reason I'm going to say here rather than there is when you get into a problem situation where agents, like you saw, he would have been shot. If that happens, when you've got agents near each other, they can knock the guy out if one's got a gun pointing at somebody. So if he was up there, he's a long way from where she's going to be coming through. Whereas if he's there, he can aid her if she gets shot. I'll leave the door open because that guy won't come through from there to there. That's unlikely, so okay. Okay. Now it's just all about her, really. Still got quite a way to go, so we'll come through here. Close the door. I don't know why that area's got that. It's being watched by the enemy, but I'm not quite sure what's watching it. So, what that's telling me, according to what I see, and it's usually right, is that there's no camera there, which means it's somewhere in there there's another security agent, which is irritating. Okay. She's going to have to come that way, through there. So if we have a little look, we can't really see anybody, but we'll have to leave it for the moment. Yeah, like I said, this game is like the yeah, okay, so we knew there was somebody somewhere. See, it's all getting a bit tricky. Yeah, the situation is similar to many games where you've got this thing where you might get discovered, but unlike many games, then you're kind of doomed because you can't fight off multiple security guards at all. She has got, actually, oh, she hasn't got a gun actually, I can't remember if she had a gun to start with. There is guns and you could shoot somebody, but that just raises the security level. I mean, when you get to this stage and you're trying to get away, sometimes you have to go for it. He's got no 9 points. We could go to here, but he'd go right round in front of him, so that's not good. What we don't want is for him The reason I closed the door. Okay, I put him there because it's the only place I can see where this guy can't walk through and see him and shoot him, and that guy can't come out of there and see him and shoot him. It's as simple as that. The good thing is his cloak's cooldown is over, so that's going to be slightly helpful. But yeah, okay, that worked well, because if we stayed there, we'd have been doomed. Okay, that would have been very bad. Okay, this is that moment like you get in XCOM, where you know that you can do one thing and you might be fine, and if you make the other choice, it might all be over, but you can't save it and try the other options. So, okay, this is my thinking. I might be wrong. This is not a game I'm very good at, as I said. So, if I go there, if I can take out these two agents in this turn, this is what I'm thinking, then I can escape. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not saying it's going to work, but that's kind of the way. The reason I made him invisible is I couldn't tell whether that guy was going to see us or not. Okay, now she's going to have to... That's all we can do.
Investigating area. Investigate.
And now you see why it's really useful to have two agents very close to each other, because if she'd been further away, that would have ended very badly. We can't drop anything, that's fine. Okay, so now we might just get away with this. Who the hell's that?
Damn, got away.
You can see how kind of awkward and frustrating it be. Not in a, like I said, not in a terrible way, but it's really, you have to really concentrate on this. Because as you haven't got the option to...
Someone's down. Call in the day. Investigate.
we haven't got any choice but to do that, and like I said, because we're because we're at the beam out point, that was lucky, but you can see how difficult that was. I mean, we made it by the skin of our teeth. That was the first mission on a relatively easy level. Some of that was kind of, like I said at the very beginning of the first video, kind of bad luck, because if we'd found the area that had the objectives quicker, it would have been helpful, but we didn't. And if we didn't have to split out both our agents, sometimes very early on when you're both together, you find the area that you're looking for, and so it makes it simpler. But the way it worked out was difficult, but luckily through kind of amazing tactics by me, kind of, not, and by luck, we made it out. But you can see how difficult it can be. And like I said, the thing that makes this difficult is because, unlike most games like this, when you get caught, you can't shoot your way out at all. I mean, at the moment we haven't even got a gun, and even when you do have a gun, you can use it one time. It heightens the security level, and it has a cooldown as well. So it's completely opposite to things like XCOM. But we did it. We survived. It tells us what we got. We got some credits. We got that information we needed. We took out 4 guards. We did all these other bits and pieces. So it was a successful mission. You get credits that you can use on their skills, and the credits also go, like I said, when you find those things where you can make new items in different facilities, you can use the credits there. So I wouldn't rush to use your credits, because to save them to get items, it's very hard to know. But until you kind of see what items you might get, that's not a lot of credits. You could basically upgrade one thing, so I wouldn't rush, because you need credits for the items you make, and you need credits for upgrades to your agents. So then you get this screen, which is going to be called...
Contact.
Yeah.
Thank you, Monster.
Basically what they're saying is we've got options to do different missions. This is what I was talking about in the first video, and there you can see, it will tell you their security level 1. They're all security level 1 because they're our first missions. I think, and I've not confirmed this because it's, like I said, I've not got that far in this game. I've played it lots of times, but I've not got past about 3 days, which is a lot in this game actually. It doesn't sound a lot, but it is. I think if you do things like maybe you shoot agents, security agents and things like that, it raises the security level of all the places. So I don't think this is like, it's just because now you're on turn 1, the first turn, so everything's 1. I think if we'd shot a lot of agents, it would already be higher. That's how I think it works. So anyway, that's kind of how missions go. Now, as I said in the first video, I'm definitely not going to play another mission now, because it will be very similar to the last mission. There's nothing new that's going to happen other than more stress and more of me probably getting killed, almost. Next time I'll probably get killed. And each mission, as you've seen, this mission's taken 2 videos to make. So what I'm going to do next time I make a video on this game, which will be the next video, unless I drop something else in between, is a video of one of my ongoing playthroughs where I've got to turn 3. I've probably got an extra agent or 2, just to show you how it progresses, because I'm not going to get to that progression by playing. It's going to just be frustrating, and I'll probably end up getting killed long before I get there. So I'm going to do the next video on mission I've already been playing, probably 2 or 3 days in, just to show you how they look, and I'll play through that mission and see how it goes. If it turns bad quick, then we'll just take it that that's the end, and if the mission progresses okay, maybe I'll play another video to finish it. But that's how we're going to do it. So anyway, thanks for watching Guessagaingaming and Invisible Ink, and until next time, take care.